Hey Cancerians, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're gonna be taking a look at your first half of October general reading. So your meditation was interesting as always. I saw the image of the page from the Page of Wands, right? Which is about courage, bravery, excitement around your given path, around your purpose, right? About the actions that you're taking. And I saw the page running down like a deck by a big body of water. It was an ocean actually. Running down this dock, I think is the right word. But then before it jumped into and it looked really excited, but then I was looking at its back and it was like poised to jump into the water, and then I saw two dolphins ready to greet it, but then it froze. And I was looking at a freeze frame. And there was a part of like the page that was like, okay, that's all there is. Okay, bye. And I was like, So I went and I kind of like stood in front of the page, and I could see from the page's face that it was terrified to jump into the water. And it was as if the appearance of how it appeared to be was not actually how it was. It felt like it was showing me something that it thought I wanted to see, or that it wanted to be perceived as, but that it wasn't the reality once I took another view of it. And I said to this page in the meditation, like, what's wrong? It was like, I'm scared. And I said, why are you scared? And said, I think I chose the wrong path, or I don't think I want to go down the road that I'm going anymore. And I said, okay, well, what do you need? What would help you? And then I saw it completely change scenes. And suddenly it was in a horse stable. Like resting like in a pile of hay, and I saw this beautiful chestnut mare horse just like leisurely eating hay next to it, and I felt it like completely relaxed. So horse energy as the tonic. Horse medicine is very much about freedom. It's about feeling unencumbered, feeling like you are not pinned in or trapped, and that your personal freedom, right, is being served, is in great expression, right? Because horses will buck and kick and bite when they feel like they don't have the freedom or the autonomy that they need, right? So there's something in that for you. Also, given that you are the Chariot key in the Tarot, that is also horse energy, right? Which speaks of mind, body, spirit balance. So I want to say to you, something that I know to be true is that the quickest way to pop ourselves out of alignment is to rush. And I also want to say, so don't rush. There's nothing that needs to be rushed. There's just not. Also within that, there's no road that you are towing that can't be reversed or can't be shifted or can't be changed. You do not have to stick the way that you're going. You don't have to forge the path that you're on. You can make a change around that and really do whatever you feel called to do. You're not committed to anything in that, to that severity. So anything that feels like I want to get off this train, or I feel like I'm on the wrong track in some way, you're not. You can shift it. You always have choice. So if you need to take a break or dial it back or go reconsider, you're being encouraged to do so. So let's go ahead and see what your cards say. Hey Cancerians, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the first half of October. Oh, so perfect. So we have the turtle here. So first of all, you know that if you get an animal that is of your like element, that is always very auspicious. So I'm very happy that you got water for water here. The turtle is very much about timing and pacing. So it's really interesting that we have this strong message for you around not rushing it. Not trying to push something that doesn't want to move, or feeling like you have limited options, or you're not able to reroute in some way. So again, another comment around taking your time, not rushing, and knowing that it's all good either way. So this also equates to the Four of Wands in the Tarot, which is about happy home, family, celebration. Again, I feel like this is a direct comment on your foundation, but also the only way you can really knock yourself out of alignment or go wrong, air quotes there, is to rush, to pop yourself outside of your knowing, right? Into your internal clock and timing, because you are right on time. I feel like there's a very pronounced part of you, especially as a Cancerian, right? You're ruled by the moon. So the moon has different phases, right? So I do feel like there is that aspect of you that goes, I know what is right for me when it's right for me. And when I feel that ping of resistance, or I feel like I'm being forced into something, or I feel like I'm being persuaded into something, or I feel like I am having to live by someone else's timetable or means or expectations or conditions, it is going to feel more pronounced for you as a Cancer who is ruled by the moon than maybe Aquarius might as well be strong for them, but because they're ruled by Uranus, which is the rebellious planet. But for you, I mean, that you're going to know, you're going to feel that, right? Consider when you feel the best and then look at how, what you're doing right in those contexts. It's really good information to have. Oh, I love this. So you have the Empress here. It did come out in the reverse, but I'm going to hold it in the upright for the sake of the visual. So this is brilliant because the Empress is all about expecting good things. It's about pregnancy. It's about, something that you can't necessarily see yet, but knowing that it's coming and believing in it, right? It's about birthing new conditions into the world. I'm really taken by this little bitty full moon that's far off in the distance. We do have the full moon in Aries coming up, I believe on October 9th of this month, and that is giving me that energy. The Empress as well in this context, the fact that it came up in reverse, and we have the Four of Wands here, and it's that energy of when was the last time that you were excited about what you are birthing into the world or your path ahead? I feel like we want to reclaim some of that nourishment because I feel like these ladies look a little malnourished, no judgment, but they look a little malnourished. And with the Empress here and the fact that it came up in the reverse, I kind of feel like this is coming forward to say, like, when was the last time you really nourished yourself and acted some self-care and really saw to your own needs, right? Have you been putting other people's needs or desires or timelines ahead of your own in some way, shape, or form? Or have you been holding yourself to such standards or expectations that is not necessarily feeling like it's in accordance with what you actually need, right? That horse just being in the stable, eating that hay, you looked so relaxed. Just being able to be there, not having to rush off or do anything or make anything happen, right? Sometimes the chariot needs to be in the stable, right? Two of Cups. So this is really interesting because we have this aspect of we're talking about your needs versus someone else's. We're talking about what's right for you versus right. So it's really interesting here. But also this like little cherubic, like angel face here as well with the Empress, right? The Two of Cups here in this context, first of all, it is water coming up for you. But there's this aspect here as well of inner and outer alignment, right? Because look at those two snakes there as well as mirror aspects, inner and outer alignment. I do feel like there's an aspect of you that is really calling out to be seen in a clearer way. Now, the thing about the Two of Cups is that this could most certainly be about you. It most often is actually, because it's that thing of like, how well can we really love someone else? Or can we receive love if we aren't giving that love to ourselves first? That's the thing. Right? It's not like I have a half full cup and then I meet somebody else and they have a half full cup and then together then we have a full cup. Then what happens if it doesn't work out or they die or whatever, right? I'm just left with what? Another half a cup until I find somebody. No. It's I have a full cup and you have a full cup and then together we have two full cups. That is the Two of Cups. But for you, I feel like there's an aspect of this that says, what part of this within you is going, okay, with these masks on, right? How do I feel like I'm not being seen either by myself, seen by myself, or by others? How do I feel like I am acting, as a disservice to my own situation? In what way do I feel like I have dampened down or pushed something on myself or gone down a path that I feel like is no longer working for me? What is that for you? Because there's an aspect of this coming up here, especially with this bridge in the background. Remember I saw that Page of Wands, like running across that dock and then almost jumping in the water. It's interesting because I saw the dolphins in your meditation as well. And dolphins is Ace of Cups, which is self-love, self-care, intuition, and being your own mother. You guys, right? You are associated with that mother energy because you are known as the, nurturer, the sign of the home and hearth, right? So it's interesting here that it's coming up in this context, right? And then we have the child aspect here as well. You know, Six of Cups is, you know, also relates to dolphin energy as well, which speaks of your inner child, your younger self, but also the past, remembering things in a better or worse light than they actually occurred. I keep hearing Stop This Train by John Mayer. Stop this train. I want to get off and go home again. That's what I keep, right. That's what I keep hearing. So with the Nine of Swords, this is, yeah. So this speaks of nightmares. This speaks of not getting, you know, the best sleep in the world. This also speaks of your level of anxiety. See how he's like clutching his chest? Anxiety or depression or something trying to get your attention to the point where sleep is just not, you know, as restful as ideally it would be. So this is like such a big statement. I feel like he's like up looking at the moon as well. And we're talking about this full moon in Aries. Listen, there is something that is trying to get your attention. Something within you that is responding to something in your external given circumstances going, can we please take a look at this? Can we please reconsider this? Can we please adjust our expectations around this? Am I getting what I want? Is my heart being seen and heard and supported? How do I feel about where I am? Because here's the tea, when you are aligned, right, internally, when your emotions are aligned, when you're connected to your intuition, right? Even if your external given circumstances are challenging, and they will be inevitably because this is the school of life and we're here to face challenges, right? Well, and also enjoy the good times. It's both things, right? But when we're in alignment, our external circumstances can be challenging, but we still don't feel like we're in the wrong place at the wrong time. We don't feel, you know, like our world is rocked on that level. We know that we're going to get through it. We know that this is temporary, that this too shall pass. Right? But when our insides are out of alignment and a stormy sea, then when things happen externally, it can literally feel like just way too much. And then we're losing sleep and we can't focus and we just feel like we may be even turning to things to kind of numb that or distract ourselves from it. Right? I really want to get some advice. I really want to get some advice for you. Some advice for Cancer. Ooh. This one is like trying to flip out, but it won't go. I'll leave it. Oh, brilliant. Oh, this makes me so happy to see. This is some of the best advice you could get. So your advice is the Magician. The Magician is about knowing that you create your own reality. You have the power to do so. And look at this raccoon in front of the moon, another nighttime animal. You have the power to create your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. You have all the tools at your disposal with which to create the life that you desire and that you truly do co-create your experience. So if you're not feeling great about your experience, all you can really do, because you can't control anything, but what you can do is take a look at how you're participating in it and why you are attracting this circumstance to you, because like does attract like, right? And look at this lightning coming in off this wand. You know, the wand is really about, remember that page of wands that didn't want to jump in the water? This is really about the actions that we take that spark that excitement for life. And I do feel like for you, you're being called to this sounds like such a cliche, but let's just go for it. To reclaim your flame. Because I feel like the flame is just out. The flame is out. In some way, shape, or form. And it could be around your work, around your relationships, or just how aligned and excited you feel about your life, right? But when the Magician comes up as your advice, it's really step back into your power and your ownership, that you have the ability to set your course and write your story. Nobody else can force you into anything that you don't want to do or be or feel or whatever have you, right? It's like that chariot, that horse in the stable. It's like, no, I choose when this horse is out in the pasture. I choose when the horse is off to the races. I choose I choose that, right? And the horse basically is a symbol for your path, right? So step into your ownership around that, because it can be whatever you want it to be, right? Sometimes we forget that. It's actually scarily easy to forget that. It's like, wait, stop this train. Well, you're the only one who can stop the train, right? You're the conductor, right? Yeah. Let's get an oracle. Okay, oracle for Cancers. Oh, stunning. The Well Watcher. Wisdom, power of the divine. I love this. We have this beautiful owl energy, which is about intuition, seeing things clearly. Seeing things clearly. You know, Ted Andrews writes in his Animal Speak book that the sun lives through the owl at night, which means that it sees just as well during the nighttime as it does during the day. Nothing escapes its sight or its wisdom or its knowing or its magic. You know, the Well Watcher, think about this, the Well Watcher, stillness, patience, waiting, and trust, right? There's no rushing here. There's absolutely no rushing. The fact that this well is full of water as well, right? Literally tapping into the wisdom that is within your emotional core and your insides, right? And the power with the magician that is going to imbue you with, to know that you have the power and facility to change your course if that's what feels right for you. 7 is also the number of endurance and trusting that you're going to be able to overcome any obstacles that come your way, right? You've got this, Cancer. You've got this, Cancer. I just feel like there's a call here to really realign yourself with your own power. You could even do a full moon ritual around this, about the moon in Aries, because that moon is all about connecting you to that fire within you, your passion, your purpose, and then also the optimization of your life, because it's that beautiful Emperor energy. So you can do something around that where you're like, okay, I'm going to set an intention to gain some clarity or to really investigate how I can achieve, you know, emotional equilibrium, really listen to myself and what is not being served within me and what I could, you know, shift around that and remember my own power, right? This is really beautiful, Cancer. You absolutely have got this. I am wishing you a most blessed first half of October. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would so appreciate that. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so, so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.